Welcome back, everybody. If you just tuned in, you're watching TokeMoments. Today, my former besto, former BFF, former ride. No, I don't like ride and die because somebody has to die. Why are you closing your eyes? You know that the camera has actually got you right now. Timmy Dakolo is in the building. Timmy, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Why are you sounding like this?
Are we friends now?
I think
that I'm here is a miracle.
don't hold it over my head. But keep smiling. Keep shining, knowing
you can always count on me.
I'm waiting to the best part that says, that's what
friends are for.
A phrase, Timmy na man you be, was coined 2019 into 2020. And everybody will be like, Timmy na man you be. Because for a change, it was nice for people to see things from a man's point of view. And I just wanted to just talk to you about taking charge and stepping up and being the man in a situation that, you know, we're Africans, let's be honest. We come from, you know, a place where people shy away from having deep conversations. People shy away from coming out to speak their truth. People shy away because of the fear of being judged. And you are in the limelight. You're an A-list celebrity. You have this huge brand, but, you know, your home or your wife went through something and we watched you hold her hands and support her through this devastating time. Now, I know somebody out there will be like, yeah, but he's supposed to do that because he's her husband. But let's be real, as Africans, it's not popular to have someone speak her truth and, you know, people not say things like, the husband are married and gone. Did she not think about him before? You know, she would come out and make such a bold statement, which is her truth. So how did you go through all of that? And how did you sort of, you know, just power through the situation? I'm curious.
It was a difficult thing to talk about over there.
I know.
But it's you now. And I would use the word, yeah? When you tell someone, like, I got you, got the person. That's how you call. So, you know, TDJ has a message, so you call yourself a man. And people, we synonymous put the word man and muscle, bicep, tricep, strength. Abs and strength. No, that's not what it is. I think it has nothing to do with your deep voice. Is it the pain that the person feels that is not obvious, that's not physical, that is the real pain. So if you tell somebody, I got you, you got them, even in the pain they can't express. So when you say to a person, to your partner, for better, for worse, no, yeah, most people are thinking of just for the better.
Preach.
Because you can't quantify the worse. You can't actually quantify what worse is. Because worse doesn't announce itself. What will say, the bad times are coming. The bad times will not tell you what exactly these bad times are. So when you say for better, for worse, you better be sure. Don't just say it because everybody's saying it. So when she came and said she wanted to, many times she had wanted to say certain things to me, I said, after.
I mean, you'd known this before we
yes,
definitely.
Yes. But to me, telling me wasn't easy too. So let us put it that way. Like, so people know that, like, if you want to tell me something and crying, I'll probably stop you and say, tell me when you have strength. So we've been in and out of that.
So how did you handle her coming up to you, like, you know, saying to you, this has happened to me at some point in my life, and, you know, maybe I want to get help for it, or maybe she had gotten help before she even told you. How did you handle that conversation?
Well, I sat down and I listened. And I listened. The most vital part of the communication is listening. It's not you talking.
You know what I'm asking you about this? Because there's so many people who are watching us right now. I'll be real. I've had friends who have said to me, you know, I went to the doctor's appointment and I felt like the doctor sexually molested me. And I remember we were having that conversation and I said, when you got home, did you tell your husband? And it was a thing of, I can't tell my husband that. I can't say that because, you know, if you're being a victim of abuse, even coming to terms with what happened to you, you go through stages of, you know, emotions. You go through anger, you go through certain times where you're like, you know, but I'm vocal, how come I couldn't find my voice? Just even admitting it to yourself is bad enough, but then talking to your partner. Now, you are also someone who has a brand, who the whole world knows about. How did you handle, you know what, this is her truth. She's going to talk about it because it would make her heal more or whatever. How am I going to support this woman? How did you get to that place?
Okay, let me put it this way. A lot of things that we learned culturally, their lives. That's why we have plenty of unhappy people. You see, one partner oppressing the other one partner abusing the other one partner silencing the other one, and being outside and everything looks like it's okay. It's not okay. Let me give you how I express. You see, emotions are like energy, and energy must be expressed. So if you don't express energy, it finds an outlet. Somehow energy finds an outlet. Sometimes it's in the people that didn't hurt you. So you see unhappy people with good makeup.
Trying to shame me?
No, not you, not yet. I'll come to you yet. Well dressed, elegantly looking people, but unhappy because the emotions the things that have happened to them were not expressed. So they are going to come out in another form. Because the way that you're supposed to express it, like this happened to me, you're not doing it. So everything that looks like that thing triggers them. You just develop temper you did not have before. Like you now take it on. If you're an employer, you take it on your employees. If you're a person in position, everybody is in competition with you. It's not you. If you sit down to relax, okay, what this person did to me, it's not necessarily the person. It's that you're expressing these emotions that you didn't express long time ago. You didn't find the outlet for it.
So how did you deal with your emotions? Because having the woman you love share something so vital with you. Now, I'll give you an example. When people tend to talk to me, I tend to go into shock a lot. You know, I try not to show surprised, angry, sad, because I feel like when they're talking to you, they need some form of reassurance. Now, this is someone that you love, and this is someone that is the mother of your kids, you know. So even before you guys had kids, I'm sure she had probably sat you down and spoken to you. What was the first emotion you felt when, you know, she told you, this is my journey, this is where I'm coming from, and these are the things that happened to me?
So I was saying, like, I can't still get it. Why a grown-up person will have an erection for a child? No matter how anybody explains to me, it's still not, it has to be some form of disease. It has to be not normal. And so, what helps? So when she told me, like, I was very quiet for a while. I was very, different emotions were going through me. So, okay, and I tried to put 4 and 3 together. Oh, no wonder this one. Leave this place laughing, come back frowning.
So how did you deal with the years of her going through her own emotional? Because we hear when people come out and share their journey, their truth, we sympathize with them. But the people in their lives, their caretakers, the people who see firsthand what it feels like to, as you say, she smiles today, she's frowning tomorrow. Like, how did you not make it about you? And how did you guys scale through that it didn't affect your relationship?
Sometimes something I don't know helps. So let me explain to you. Like, I didn't know. I just felt like, okay, maybe this is babies. So I went with it. I knew different moods and went to give space. I went, you know, like you to love somebody is to know somebody.
Explain, what do you mean by that?
To love, it's feelings, yeah, but it's very minimal feelings. When it's not about their feel good hormones. I mean, like, when you say you truly love somebody, it's to know them to a great extent. Like, to say, okay, I figured this person out to a great extent. Like, I know the kind of place this person is. Like, okay, I know what to say at this particular time. I know when to, this argument go long, make a drive, come back later. You get? I know that, okay, if I've messed up, I can be saying sorry on the way till I get home. It's to have figured this person out, to live to a high level of peace with the person. That is love. You know, say how the Bible puts it, and they that know their God shall be strong and do exploit. You see, you have known God enough to know that, yes, the more you know a person, the more you love them. Like, if it's a good, you understand, the more you're intimate with how they are. It's not physical intimacy, not sexual. Like, you have known this person to a great extent. So, you know, like how you've known God to a point, say, God no go fail me. The confidence which you can say it. So you cannot come and tell me that Bosola is in Lekki one drinking beer. I say, I will tell you to go and look again. It never. That confidence which I can say it. That is what I mean. Like you have passed that feeling place because you're not always feelings will not always be there.
Wow, that's very deep actually. Wow. So were you ever worried? I mean, I'm sure you guys went through therapy indoors on your own to get out to the place. But at the point where she said, I'm ready to face the world with my story, were you worried that it might affect your success?
No, people don't get it, someone asked me this question, I tell him, I will always know how to sing. You can't see. Keep me in the midst of 6 million people. I would sing and people would turn. But the thing is that the word man is synonymous with the word responsibility. And you wouldn't need certain things when you're strong. You get my point? You see, your strength is not needed when you're strong. It is when everything around you. So, you see, when they say family first, let everything stop. That's what it means. It's not in the good times. Like I say, okay, I got you. When I say I got you, I got you.
Why do you think marriages today are breaking up? So, I mean, relationships these days are... I will speak candidly. You know I'm single. You know half the shit that I've seen, even in this whole trying to navigate, meet this person, you work today, no work, you work. You know, people are so fickle these days and it's very hard to find what is genuine. Why do you feel like, or what would you say is responsible for the amount of disharmony? Because marriage is getting to a point where, let's be real, it's going to be extinct.
This week, next week, we're done. After this week, we're done. But let me tell you what I think as a person. I think that before people sit down to get married or have children, they should sit down. Forget that marriage counseling thing that people used to say, you must obey him. Every time when you're talking, keep quiet.
For sure. I just because you mentioned marriage counseling, I personally don't think marriage counseling should be done in the lines of religion. I think that's also a problem. Actually,
it is.
I think that when people go to marriage counseling, either in the mosque or in the church, you're talking to a cleric who is giving you notebook answers, in my personal opinion, because so many pastors will not come and tell you that they have not slept with their wives in 4 months, or tell you that so many pastors will not tell you that they are unhappy in their own marriages. I think that it should be a psychological, somebody who is truly clinically trained in psychology is the person that can tell you human behavioral patterns, if you work, you know work. Am I wrong?
I think we're placing too many religion in front of this thing called marriage, Let me give you an instance. It's not every time that the husband talks that the wife shouldn't talk. I don't know who's ever sat down to say that thing. I can still be silent and still be stubborn. So all those things, love, it's not every time that love is in its highest. So I think two people should sit down and tell each other for days. It's not a 1 week thing. If two of us want to spend, you know how long forever is? Forever is such a long time for you to make a mistake. Sit down and say, okay, this is how it is with me. This is how it is with me. Without an external input first. Let them lay the basis of what this thing is going to be. This is what we're going to be. And everything should be based on truth.
Do you think people change? Like people marry people in the hope that they can change?
That's one of the biggest mistakes. You can't change anybody. Again, that's why I say a lot of people marry the concept of marriage. And not the human being. Because human being will fail you. Some point they will let you down. We are prone to make mistakes. If you have this thing of somebody, Prince Charles, if I need $40,000, he provide. That's if you marry that idea. The day that Kunle does not have $40,000, he doesn't love you. You get my point. So you must give off a part of your ego to stay in marriage. You must. There are things that you will not like that this person does, but you have to meet them somewhere. You say, I don't like this thing, but okay, not do them completely, do small. Because there are things that you too will bring to the table that this person doesn't like, because we all come from different backgrounds. Me, I feel like I can enter my house and keep my shoe somewhere and pick it up later. But I don't think that's any good idea. As you remove the shoe, hang it, keep it in the shoe rack. So if you think about two people, three is a crowd.
Yeah, but don't you think they need some form of knowledge, advice? Like, people let external factors in terms of maybe family, church, whatever, because they believe that marriage is hard. That should not be your first form of foundation you get. Because nobody's going to come into that home for two of you.
Let us know the basis of this thing that we're doing. And everybody that comes to us is adding to it in bits. Don't come and drown us with what worked or did not work for you, for us. We can't leave it based on your advice. In the day, so you now begin to say, this thing that this person think about, this is the person, because how the Bible says, as a man thinketh, that's how it is. You can't separate a man from his thoughts. So if you have those conversations, not once, not twice, let's have that. You can call it any name. Just say fellowship.
Wow. All right. So talking about the storm you guys went through as a family, did you guys have to sit with your kids and let them
Yes,
know? We live in an internet age where they can go to
we did. I raised my kids differently. People just say, you tell them talk to you back. I don't think the plenty things they told us, like again, they're lies. A child expressing themselves is not disrespectful. One of the problems we had as children is that we cannot tell our parents how we felt about certain things. Our fathers will show run. We cannot sit in the table and tell our father and watch television with them. The thing about children, I can tell you after how many years married, is that a child loves validation. My kids, they can talk to me, they can express themselves to me. How do you feel? I don't think there's anything wrong with my daughter telling me that I don't like that. In a very respectful manner. That's how we choke their genius. Who they are. Say, hey, when they grow up, be talking, don't talk. No. Allow them to talk and you say your own. Like my daughter told me the other day, I was shouting from my balcony, I was shouting, Zozo, mama. Fine girl. She came out from school and knocked on to say, I don't want to tell you something. I say, what is it? You're embarrassing me. Can't be calling me Zozo, mama, when I went to the school bus. That's me and you name. That's me and you name. I don't want my classmates to be calling me Zozo, mama. So, and it was that's her saying. So you can't tell that girl when you offend her somewhere. She can tell her father. You understand? You can't tell her something like, oh, and she will tell you straight up. And that's the child that I want to raise in this world where you can't be too certain.
So how do the kids accept the fact that, this has happened? We can be in school, there's internet, people would always talk about this. Did they ever share their concerns with you?
I have to make them know that their mother is a superhero. It's that simple. Say, mom is creative. Say, it's a very painful experience when it happened to mom when she was young. It's a very painful experience. So sometimes when mom is quiet, just leave her here. So they understood. They might not know the gravity of what it takes, but they understood that something was up. So anytime they come to mom, is to hug. Or they say, Daddy, can we watch TV now? So it's don't let children to find out. I was talking about validation. One of the problems we have as people, we still think that a person that lies down to greet you has more respect than the person that says good afternoon, sir. No, that's not it. So culture lied to us a lot.
Your last words for any guy out there who might find himself in your situation. A lot of people, as I said, are used to hiding. And we can't blame them. People are worried about the stigma. Society has not evolved.
No, we have not gone anywhere.
I think it's great. Let's be honest. It's not there yet. Do you understand? There are people that will say, guy, mothers will tell their daughters, don't come out and say somebody touched you or somebody raped you. Not because they don't care. They say that to try and preserve and protect the people. But
from what?
Suppressing. So your last words to anybody who might, be watching us right now, might be dating seriously, but they know that there's something that they've gone through.
Say your truth. The world would adjust.
What if the guy leaves?
And it wasn't meant to be here in the first place.
Well, let's not give them textbook answers. It's easy to say.
No, see, let me tell you, if a man cannot protect the woman, which is one of the primary needs of a man, so can you call yourself a man?
Can you call yourself a man? Thank you so much, Timmy Dakolo, for coming by. I am super proud of you, even if you're annoying.
I'm a lovable guy. What do you mean?
What do you mean? All right, guys. I hope you guys had fun with this conversation. As Timmy said, as a man, you should protect your woman. If anyone has been through some form of abuse, create an environment where they can talk to you. And if you don't have anything nice to say, just keep quiet.
Quiet.
Thank you guys for watching. Tune in again on the next episode of TokeMoments.